Hello, I am in my suite on Explora 1. I'm not sure I'm trying to do a vlog on my Insta360 so I can read you stuff from my app on my phone. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, really nice ship on Explora. Well, Explorer, she's called Explorer, but everyone's calling her Explorer 1 because I think that, you know, there's an Explorer. Should I move that way and the light is shining slightly less on me? Well, on me, but less on the frame. She's Explorer 1, I think, because there was going to be more Explorer ships, but like her sign on the side of the ship on the funnel is Explorer. So she's the world's newest cruise ship at the moment, and the world's newest cruise line, Explora Journeys. Have to say, I'm very impressed so far. First impressions. There's little like teething problems like pineapple juice. I love pineapple juice at breakfast. It didn't come at all, but at the very end they realised they hadn't bought me my juice, and then they realised they didn't have pineapple juice, and I just asked what juice do you have, and they didn't seem to know. But you know, in the great scheme of problems, that's a first world problem. I had water and coffee, so I was well catered to. Yeah, do you know, it's a ship. There's a limit to the stock you can have, but don't put it on the menu. Anyway, that's another. Yeah, it's been very good. Last night was great. Food was great. Another little niggle. I booked a certain time to eat my dinner, because they told us to if you wanted to eat in more of the specialty dining room, so I did. And I mean, there was no point. You would just queue anyway, which is fine. Do you know? I'm very pedantic, and if there's something that you need to do, do it. And you told me I needed to book, so I booked, and then I didn't need to book anyway. So it just felt like a bit of a waste of my time, but in the great scheme of things, no problem. And the food was brilliant, and the service was great. I had tuna steak because usually I'd have a proper steak, meat steak, because Dave would. So I'd have fuvenni if I didn't. So I was like, do you know what? I'm going to have something different. I do find I eat a lot more fish and seafood without him, which is probably healthier. I do miss him though. It'd be great if he was here, but unfortunately with work he couldn't come. So yes. Oh, the bed was so comfortable last night as well. Really comfortable. I mean, it's on par with like Seabourn and Silversea beds. I couldn't have a favourite bed out of them, but it's just, you just like melt into it. Even though it's still kind of a hard bed. I don't know, it's just, and the pillows, oh, it's just so comfortable. Slept like a baby. Although, I mean, I'm no expert on babies, but don't they wake up lots in the night? I didn't. I passed out last night and woke up this morning. Sadly to an alarm, because I had to do, oh, what's it called, like border force passport control. So I'm at the sea today until 3 o'clock. We dock in Rotterdam in the Netherlands at 3 o'clock, and then I have an excursion that comes back I think at 9. So yeah, I didn't really twig that we docked there so late, but do you know, I'm on holiday, it doesn't matter to me, does it? I'm still going to get fed and watered and enjoy myself. So yeah, I don't know, maybe there's a ship in this morning, but anyway, I don't think we would have got there any quicker anyway, because we've sailed from Hamburg overnight. I digress. So this morning, had a letter last night that this morning I needed to do passport control for our arrival in Southampton, and there's me thinking, this is weird. So first of all, the letter didn't mention anything about taking your passport with you, but it's like, there's border force people, they're going to want to see my passport. So a lot of the folk with not common sense maybe, or to be fair, English isn't a first language, although I presume the letter would be sent in their own language, because you are asked which language is your chosen language on booking, I think. Yeah, anyway, so a lot of people didn't go with their passports, so that was a bit chaotic. And then, yeah, so then the computer system broke, I think, because they were supposed to scan you in on your cruise card and then check your passport. But anyway, it's a little bit organised chaos, but it was fine. There was hardly any queue either, so, you know, no complaints. However, they're jammy, aren't they? Border Force UK have insisted that they check our passports like a few days earlier. There was 2 of them on a right old jammy trip. Oh yes, they couldn't possibly have to stay on the ultra luxury cruise line for a few days, checking passports for half an hour one morning. Because, like, bear in mind, this ship is tiny, there aren't many, and there's a lot of people that are staying on in Southampton and aren't getting off. So yeah, I'm a bit jealous of those Border Force people. Being paid to come on here. But anyway, they have a harrowing job at other times, so fair play to them. If people are going to offer you a free cruise, then go for it. What else have we done today? I've gone for a wander around the decks. I had a nice breakfast. I have, well, later on, there's a talk that seems very interesting, although the time of it keeps changing. So at the moment, it's on at 1:30. It was on at 11, but I mean, it's not on the system here at 11, so I'm hoping I haven't missed it because it sounds fascinating. I am fascinated. It's Reflections of Dr. Dan Kennelly and Dr. Jan, well, they rhyme, Eichenhorn, sailing from east to west. Having gotten used to travelling across Europe with great ease, it's sometimes easy to forget that just over 30 years ago, the continent was divided into 2 opposing blocks. How we think about this division and people on either side of the divide is not uniform, but depends a lot on where we were brought up and what we learnt about the second half of the 20th century. In this conversation, we will explore how the different contexts of our passengers shape their views and what we can learn from each other to widen our horizons. The conversation will be jointly led by Dan, who has grown up in England, and Jan, who was born behind the Iron Curtain in the former German Democratic Republic, contributing reflections on their upbringing and major differences in how they were taught history in school. So that sounds fascinating to me, so I'm going to go and watch that later, and I'll report back and let you know what it's like. Yeah, I mean, I think before this cruise, my most favourite sort of cruise cruise, well, it used to be Cunard, but Holland America Line blew Cunard out of the water, so to speak. Holland America Line, oh, they're like, I've forgotten what they're called, but they're like TED Talks, and they were absolutely fascinating. And I'm expecting this one's is going to be as well. That's it for now. You've listened to me ramble on. Hoping this Insta360 vlog will work. Yeah, I got given a newspaper for yesterday. I haven't had one for today yet. Strange. Also, I was supposed to get a complimentary bottle of spirits in the room, which I don't drink much. Don't drink enough to have my own bottle. But I chose gin. I was given like the piece of paper and I chose gin because I'm going to take it for Mr. No Cruise Control as a present. And they bought vodka. So I'm like, can I have the gin I ordered, not vodka? Anyway, first world problems again. I am going to plan my day. I think I want a nice salad for lunch. And then, I don't have dinner until about 9:30 tonight though, so I might have something substantial. I have room service. Watch the sail into Rotterdam. That's a plan. Anyway, I shall let you know what I get up to. Thanks for watching.
How it is. Oh, your ship is still here, you see? Until now it's here. Okay, we're driving on the Erasmus Bridge. It's quite a nice bridge. And here we're passing the new Muse. The new Muse. Here on the right side you see a red bridge, and the red bridge, that is the William Alexander Bridge.
There she is. Now this bridge can open up, which is quite cool, to allow big ships in and out. Not cruise ships, because we dock here, the cruise terminal, but like ships with masts or something, or yachts. And it also has like a railway that goes along the middle, which is cool. Well, tram. For Holland American Line's 150th celebrations, back in April, they had like a laser show from the top. I don't think we're having that tonight. We're not as important as Holland American Line to Rotterdam, obviously, as we are Italian, not Dutch. I always look at this building here. This looks a bit New Yorky, which is where I'll be next month. Very excited about that, but that's next month. I haven't even got the bandwidth to think about it at the moment. I was so excited about this cruise. But yeah, this building here, last time I was here with my husband, that was still being built. And I've been here on a river cruise, I've been here on an ocean cruise, and now another ocean cruise without him. He likes singing the All By Myself song to me, but he doesn't mind really. I'm pretty sure he likes the respite. Yeah, it's beautiful here. I really like Rotterdam. I don't know why, I like Amsterdam, because Amsterdam's just beautiful and traditional and wasn't bombed to oblivion during the war, whereas poor Rotterdam was. I went on a walking tour on my river cruise and they showed us like one building that survived, and there are the odd other buildings, but yeah, poor Rotterdam was absolutely bombed to the ground, so that's why it's so modern and new. Our guide today was showing us about land behind the cruise terminal where they're reclaiming, and she said to come back in a couple of years, 3 years, 4 years, and there'll be skyscrapers there. And then I'm sure if you've been to Rotterdam, there are huge skyscrapers on the other side, but it's like 11:30 at night, so I do want to go to bed. I'm just going to ring, the husband has been out tonight, so I'm going to ring him and speak to him and send my love to him, and then I'm going to go to bed. So I'm on the balcony watching a bit of sail away. The thing is, our bow is there. You see the bridge sticking out there? So we are going to have to do a 180 because we need to go that way, down to the North Sea. So yeah, I was going to watch us do a pirouette, and then I'm going to go to bed. Tomorrow we're in Zeebrugge, and I have been there so many times. This is not a complaint, this is beautiful. You need to go to Bruges and Ghent, and yeah, you need to go visit these places. However, my destination on these places was this ship. I didn't care where it was going, I just wanted to see the ship because it's a new ship and it's an ultra luxury thing, and they seem to be my cruises now. So I want to see the ship. So tomorrow I'm having a fake sea day and I'm going to explore this ship. I think I've seen everywhere, but I'm going to go and take proper photos, make some reels, have some lunch in a restaurant. I haven't had lunch on board yet. I have actually, I lie, I had a salad, but room service. I have to have room service dinner tonight, which is unusual for me, but my excursion came back really late, at about 9:45, which was a plan. It just hadn't dawned on me that we were docking at 3. I don't know why, I just assumed we were docking in the morning or whatever. Oh, blue lights over the bridge. So yes, I had dinner in the street tonight, which wasn't planned, but it was nice. I had a burger, but to be honest, I could only eat the burger and the fries. I've left the bread and the extras. I wasn't that hungry after all, it seems. I felt hungry, but anyway, that's good. So yeah, tomorrow I'm in Sakura, I think it said, for dinner. I'm going to try and meet Andrew, cruise ship profiles, for a cocktail at some point tomorrow. Or coffee, but I don't think it's in the morning. I think it's going to be afternoon, evening. So yeah, looking forward to meeting him. I'm always a bit shy about meeting people which is silly because in my job I meet people every day and I talk and talk and talk for hours with them. And I'll talk for hours with anyone once you know me. If I don't know you, I'm a bit shy, and I think people think that I'm a bit aloof, but I'm not. I'm just shy. It's just how I am until I know someone. But I know that him and I have a joint love of cruising, so yes. I'm looking forward to meeting a fellow cruise addict. I think we're moving. I think we're moving backwards. I wonder whether we'll move backwards and then reverse round by Hotel New York, or maybe we'll reverse down, no, but down by Rotterdam is too far. I think we might reverse by Hotel New York. Anyway, I'm gonna go and watch this for a bit, and then I'll show you where we reverse and where we turn. We haven't gone far, but look at the water taxi at night as well. It'd be so cool to take one at night. Whee! You can go on a water taxi from one stop to another. You can also hire a water taxi for 15-minute intervals, which is expensive, but it's a treat. And you can then get them to drive around your ship, which is what I did with Rotterdam Holland America line in April, but I didn't have any time to do it today with this ship. And they also took me down to the harbour and we went round there high speed, and it was so much fun, me and this taxi driver. Yeah, it was good fun. And you can see the hospital here. Always like to see my fellow medics and nurses and look at hospitals they have. We were in a Dahlia farm earlier and the ambulance went over and I took a picture, and it's like, oh my god, that looks a bit weird, and the woman was like, oh dear, something's happened. And I'm there taking a picture of the ambulance because the London one's based on top of my hospital, my base hospital. Yeah, that's the Immerse Medical Centre, and then that's the bridge. That's also the same Immerse. I have great respect for our captain. She is reversing down the river with lots of little boats around, water taxis and other little stuff. I hope that's not blurred. And then there's a barge like sneaking past over there. Like, amazing. She rocks. I mean, she's a female captain, of course she's gonna rock, but you know, what a driver.